Do you know 1/3 of food is lost or wasted globally, causing significant impacts on food security, economic well-being, and the environment? The COVID-19 pandemic is even intensifying this challenge at every stage of the food value chain. Also, Japan is known as the second in the world in terms of plastic packaging waste per capita. To be more specific, Japan produces 106 kilos of plastic per capita and produces an estimated 9 million tons of plastic waste each year, with disposable packaging in food containers accounting for more than 40%. Despite the large amount of plastic consumed in food packaging, the shelf life of food has not been significantly extended. Once food begins to spoil, it will soon be discarded and end up with a lifetime where it begins in the factory and decays in the waste disposal plant. To improve these problems, we create Nowa Alfre. Nowa Alfre means no waste, always fresh. It is a new type of material designed and developed using bird saliva as one of the essential materials. It has good preservation effect, which can be used for food packaging, not only to prevent food from spoiling, but also can dissolve in water or decompose naturally in soil. To build a more biodegradable society, Nowa Alfre is meant to replace non-biodegradable traditional plastics with edible and eco-friendly packaging materials to achieve the aforementioned Sustainable Development Goals. With a far-reaching vision, our products hope to further solve the problem of food waste by providing a more efficient protection for food and reducing waste. We managed to make prototypes of biofilm with household supplies under the circumstances of the pandemic. We referred to different recipes for making bioplastic on the internet in order to move forward to making physical prototypes. In the meantime, we were actively researching chemical compounds in bird saliva, especially gray jay. We found that the birds like swiftlet have antimicrobial compounds, cysteine, in their saliva. These findings greatly encouraged us to keep making and improving the strength and tightness of our biofilm so that we can make remarkable progress when we add chemical components to it for testing. The making of bioplastic is quite simple. All we need is 10 grams of gelatin, 2.5 grams of food-grade glycerin, and 400 milliliters of water. First, mix these ingredients and put in a small pan. Whisk a little bit and boil it on the stovetop. Make sure it's all melted. Wait until it cools down. Then mold the liquid using a flat container with a non-stick surface. Leave it dry for 2 days at room temperature. Then peel slowly from the container. And that's how we made our bioplastic. Here's how Nowa Alfre can be used in real life. We applied Nowa Alfre to pack fast noodles and tried cooking it like how it's normally done. It melts instantly as we pour hot water into it. We tasted it, and this trial proves to us that by adding Nowa Alfre to raw materials, it will not change the original flavor of the food, while providing preservation and preventing the use of plastic.
Hi, I'm Victor. I'm from Indonesia. I graduated from chemical engineering in one of the university back in my country, and now I work as a chemical engineer in one of chemical manufacturing company in Japan. I'm really grateful to Professor Matthew Altman and to the students for giving me this opportunity to be the part of the team in the BioDesign challenge. So the edible plastic or the edible packaging is very common. We can find a lot of research about this, but the idea of an edible plastic that can self-preserve is a very great idea. Yet it is very challenging because we're going to involve bird saliva into it. So as we know that bird saliva contains of chemical compounds that can help with the self-preserve. So we found two chemicals. It is called phenolic compounds. So phenolic compound is a well-known antioxidant, and also the other one we call like cysteine. Cysteine is one of the amino acid chains, and it is well known for its antimicrobial ability. Those two chemicals are derived from the bird saliva, and it is quite tricky because it is from the bird. So for the extraction method, we're going to use the liquid extractions, and we're going to use a specific solvent for that, so it will not destroy the amino acid chain and also the phenolic compounds. So after we can extract the phenolic compound and also the cysteine, and then we add it into the edible plastic solutions. And after that, we will have a packaging that can self-preserve. Nevertheless, this idea has some challenges. So first is to find a suitable solvent. So the solvent will not contaminate the phenolic compounds and also the cysteine. So the second challenge is to find right compositions of the edible packaging solutions and also the phenolic compounds and the cysteine, so the end product will meet the expected characteristic. So the third challenge is about the sustainability of the logistics. So we derived the bird saliva from the bird nest. It is going to be a competition to the food sector, as we know that people consume bird nests. So we have to find a way to cultivate or to farm the bird nest, so it's not going to be a competitor to the food sector. Even though there are some challenges that we have to tackle, but I believe that if we can realize this idea to be commercialized or in reality, so it is going to be really good for our environment because it is edible and biodegradable, and also for our health because it's self-preserved, so people will not depend on plastic.
As Japan is making efforts to reach more SDG goals in 2030, we believe that the creation of Nowa Alfre will have a unique contribution to reducing plastic waste and food waste. With Nowa Alfre, together we can create a better future of zero plastic waste.